The nature here is right on your doorstep. It is impossible to ignore once you're here. Christmas Island is an oceanic island, so it's never linked to any land mass. We're a coral cap on top of an ancient volcano. Christmas Island has more endemic species per square kilometre than any other protected area in Australia. That just shows how really special it is. We've got some fantastic walking trails, there's some waterfalls, really great out-of-the-way beaches that kind of make you work to get to them, but they're spectacular and so remote, you feel like you're sort of out on the edge of the planet. Myself and my tour guides actually think we have the best jobs on the island. We are so passionate and love showing people around what effectively is our home. The reason why you join an Indian Ocean Experiences tour is that we know all those little secrety spots on the island. We've also been living on the island for quite a number of years, so we've had exposure to other scientists and old residents that came back that explain things that you kind of can't find in books or on the signage around the island. So we love piecing all of that together, providing a more enhanced experience. Christmas Island's famous for the annual red crab migration that usually takes place in our wet season each year. It's spectacular. We've got somewhere between 60 and 100 million crabs head off for the journey. They just take over the island. The crabs set off from the upper terraces on the island to migrate down to the ocean where they breed and spawn their eggs into the sea. When you show people the migration, when that's in full swing, they just simply cannot believe that they're getting this opportunity to witness this amazing event. Truly one of the top 10 amazing animal events on the planet. The other destination that we sister with is the Cocos Keeling Islands. We offer packages to both islands. They're very different experiences. So Christmas Island is your kind of what we call the rock, and Cocos Island is the reef. So Cocos Island's formation is quite a bit different. They're the coral ring of an old volcano, so it's a dot of 27 islands. And there's only 2 of those which are inhabited, and others you can visit on various boat trips. Christmas Island, just due to its remoteness, is a fantastic seabird rookery. There's over 80,000 nesting seabirds here each year. We've got some really iconic species like the Christmas Island frigatebird, and also one of the rarest seabirds on the planet, the Abbott's booby. Because there's not been a lot of hunting on the island, our birds are really approachable. So for photographers, they just can't get over how close they can get safely and comfortably to a wild bird. That's a real attraction here. Indian Ocean Experiences runs a Christmas Island Bird and Nature Week each year, and we bring up some specialist guides. As one of the guides said to me a number of years ago, they get to do some really special work in their fields, and quite often they're out and about in remote places and come across some really special stuff that they've got nobody to share it with. And so Christmas Island gives them that opportunity to share some of the amazing stuff that they do while learning new things about species and about Christmas Island. So Christmas and Cocos Keeling Islands have just been incorporated into a marine park, and we're the second largest marine park in Australia after the Great Barrier Reef. The diving on Christmas Island is pretty spectacular. We've got over 60 dive sites. We've got some great wall diving, Gorgonian fan corals, and during that time of the year that the red crabs are migrating, it's often thought that the whale sharks come through to feed on the crab larvae. During our visits to Dolly and Greta beaches, we do offer guests the opportunity to assist with some beach cleanups. Cleanups help to keep the beaches clear because we do have nesting green turtles that use the beaches for laying their eggs. In terms of stunning, pinch yourself kind of experiences, we've got this location on the island called Anderson's Dale. A couple of years ago I was walking out that way with some photographers, and it had not long rained, and the steam coming off the forest floor, the rays of light that were cutting through the forest and down into this ravine, it's the closest thing I can say to having a religious experience, and I got to have that here on Christmas Island. Christmas Island is that kind of escape. You come back to what feels like a prehistoric island. You feel like there should be a pterodactyl flying overhead, and you are out of range, you are off the grid, you are out of reach. So I think people are enjoying that more and more as people look for places to get away and really unhook from all the pressures of city life and look to engage with nature.